hasn't tried to kill
If
us
What?
immediately.
try and find
That
Gary.
also
I
takes
did.
a similar appearance as
What's going on in
folks from this
I
side.
need a map.
All the other umbrals we've encountered have raucous bodies.
Hmm. Hmm. This is a very pretty area. Aether had... This is a very nice area. Aether was very pretty, but this is very pretty too. Definitely a lot better than a lot of places I've been. Once a tavern. Nope. Probably someone's house. Good day.
Evening.
Hmm.
Whatever you are, I assume a caster or an archer. Understood. Then you seem to know much about the sword that is on my hip.
Oh.
So I've seen a lot of different cultures
To
come
keep
through where
ways.
I live.
Not much.
And
I was just curious if you could,
he is going
gonna
hard.
check my form. I'm still getting used to the whole channeling thing.
Why are
I'm
you
sorry, I
looking?
got distracted.
That these
It's
can
very
check.
distracting.
Alright.
Uh,
Just gonna
Look, when
close
I
this
see
and
someone
start
train, I'm not usually looking
channeling
below the
magic
waistline.
around him,
Not
but I'm
usually.
also going to be using
I don't
the
know what you're
channeling of the
talking
magic
about. Okay,
around
I
him,
don't know what you're
soul
talking
magic,
about.
to essentially
Um,
scan my
I think
magic
I do,
but-
but I understand. A very
Understood.
strapping individual creature of that sort,
Both concerned.
and you are.
I'm going to
Well,
roll for this.
Who wouldn't be
That's
if
what I was intending.
Definitely not me.
listen.
With the
All I was
15,
saying was, but what I was saying was
He's
I
able
don't
to read your
know the exact specifics, but I know my
magical
friend does. He's really into
meditation.
like, martial
And for now,
weapons.
you are
But we just see a lot
at
of different
peace,
cultures
at a
pass through
balance.
our way a lot.
You're very
because
sure to yourself. You have a
cultures
purpose.
from all kinds of
You know
different
what you want.
realms come straight through where I live.
Thomas couldn't.
It's very strange. Another ship over there, which is not only there. Just good to know. One would assume. Yeah. Hmm.
with a -4. Okay. See, Elliot, I just hope I don't get a natural one. First roll was an 11 -4.
Have you tried it first?
Absorb what you have, okay?
Oh, how it is, then.
Good day.
Speak to you soon.
No, it really doesn't.
Want to eavesdrop?
Yeah, would you mind going up to the second floor and grabbing my chest plate?
Very strange what has happened. But we have
Hey,
taken...
here's guildmates. Can I get some help?
We've just been doing training all day, pretty much. Captain's fine. Situations. Can you come with me real quick? I need to party from
You stink and you suck and you fill my bottle. I'm talking mad shade now.
Well,
No, I said I need to practice.
pretty lively here
That is
today.
what
About throwing your bottle? No, but I'm
Oh
trying.
yes, very.
And that is how it will be.
Hello.
But no, you are still a friend to me.
How's it
It's
going?
not what I wished.
Person from the infinite stairs, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes things happen. Sometimes the people you thought were there for you in the first place never really
Why do you
were.
ask?
This is very
something like
interesting,
this.
though.
Their allegiances are questionable at best. They forgive.
As an adventurer, I actually do.
without a second thought.
The
Very curious about it,
So,
actually.
That is what you think.
celebrate and go.
the hell?
We're having a whole thing.
That is what I've
like
seen.
a cultural exchange type thing, and
Let's
10
go.
total people from here in Aether are going to be coming. And I'm putting a
Seems
little
you
Do you mind if we
know.
fight this way, just for the sake of my eyes?
Would you like to be on that list?
I guess you're leaving.
And now tell me how,
Same could be
my
said.
friend,
Yeah. Fuck. I actually like
what
to go.
must I do to prove
Okay, what's your
you
name?
wrong?
Wayne. You
Wayne.
can call me Wayne.
Is that
I think that's up to you, Isaac.
W-A-Y-N-E, or how do you...
I've not gone anywhere. I've been around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just as easily for you
Another
to come
question.
speak to me.
How many nurses?
But you've been preoccupied, and this is not my place to pull your attention. Not
I'd
any
say
longer.
2. One, we went to.
What?
One, we went to the city.
Well, this seems like a more show.
Chambers it.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah.
That is true. That is
I
true.
guess Cayman got pushed into the sphere, you know, the magic I guess everyone
Here's someone who has dealt with betrayal.
I don't know if you
That is not something easy to recover from.
Assuming you do recover.
Like,
Betrayal is up there as a mental destroyer. Right next to, well, patricide, filicide.
hold on, I can take care of it.
You see, mental ramifications of such things.
And he's like, wait a minute, what?
Some people may never recover from them.
And I go, what's wrong? And he goes,
They may never find closure.
I call for
Beyond God.
beyond God.
Stop sleeping.
The broom just falls.
I got it.
Oh no.
Come here, big guy. I killed. Wait, what did
No,
I do?
wait,
What did I do?
No.
No
Wait.
fighting, please. No whacking, no brooding, no sleeping. Okay?
Oh, they're back. They're not dead. Yeah.
Wait, no.
I don't know what's going on either.
No more sleeping.
No more sleeping.
Stand aside. I'm helping.
Yeah, if you stay in Redwall, you get used to all the craziness around there. Trust me.
Honestly,
A lot of it that happens.
honestly, I've seen way crazier in Aether the other day. Show up during a festival and all of a sudden all the villagers are whoa.
Yeah, that happens.
Do anything?
There's a lot of stuff that happens, even in here too.
Like what?
Hmm?
Well, you said a lot of the other stuff happens here. Like what? Kind of new around these parts.
You missed that. You missed the giant war. I think it was with the Umbrals.
Wait, what? Huh?
And the Beastmen.
Well, okay, the Beastmen I know
may
of.
not know about that. Well,
What are umbrals? Like, in war, like...
think of giant constructs that can absorb magic and throw it back at you. They're very durable. You don't die easily.
Okay. So
And
some...
there's a lot of them.
Okay. So big, scary monsters that, you know, probably make mages cower. Fair enough. I would imagine beasts like that would
Let's see.
be pretty formidable whether you're a mage or do magic, I would imagine.
There's also, I don't know, we killed it, but it came back. Basically, there was a giant fish. Really big, magical giant fish that attacked the beach not too long ago.
You know, like, I would...
It shot meteors from the sky.
I would...
Let's just say that.
If I heard that during the festival, I probably would have been, yep, what? But, like, literally my first day, some fire thing comes out of a furnace when talking to the blacksmith. Villagers screaming and yelling. Him mentioning that apparently living dolls exist. Big, tall lizard people. I mean, I knew some of these existed, but I've never ran into them during my travels. So this seems to be a pretty extensive place.
Oh yeah. And that fish got killed. And another giant or big fish came by and ripped it apart. Well, after we beat it, it came out and ripped it apart. And that one was even bigger than the fish we were fighting.
So there was a giant fish. It rained down meteors. Then a larger fish came and tore it apart, and you had to fight the bigger fish.
Oh, we didn't fight that one. That one ran away. We assume it's gonna be back.
Lovely, but I don't have any other places to go, so I'm here.
Don't worry. It's well protected most of the time. I mean, other than that stuff.
Well, yeah, like I said, that just seems like a little bit of silliness going on. Better than some talk about the villagers getting into wizard weed or something.
I didn't say they could either. I don't know why you gave them your broom to put back.
Which I'm assuming that
party too.
I'm assuming that's probably why they were running around screaming like lunatics, going, "Mages are amazing."
That was happening here.
Oh, it was happening here too. Okay.
People took a lot of well, not here. I think it was in Aether this time. Or wait.
Well, yeah,
No, that's a different one.
It happened during the festival when I was there, so. My name's Tris, by the way.
Trust me, you'll get used to it.
Sorry, what was your name?
Wayne.
Wayne. Nice to meet you, Wayne. It's nice to meet people. It's been
part of the guard too.
Fairly friendly. Oh,
that's our leader.
Actually, now that you mention it, like I've seen a ton of guards in Aether, but I haven't really seen. I think I've seen like one, but not as many as I did in Aether. But it seems
those are different guards.
I don't know. I walked past the training grounds. People seem to be training, so it seems like most people know how to defend this place. You probably don't. And most people seem pretty well armed, so guess one of those situations where, takes a village to defend it.
Oh, that reminds me. The blacksmith here. I gotta find the blacksmith somewhere.
Actually,
I don't know where he went to, though.
That wouldn't be a bad idea if I look for him too. Who's the blacksmith around here? Does Artemenes travel back and forth, or?
Sometimes they go up and down, really.
Okay, so
from Aether to here.
Okay, so Artemenes is the blacksmith here
Hopefully
too.
they're here.
Okay.
Okay, his broom's not gone. I'm sure it's somewhere.
Well, thank you for.
No, wait, he gave it to Atlas. Why did he give it to Atlas?
Thanks for showing me around. Or not showing me around, but, you know, introducing yourself.
Don't worry about it. If you ever need something, just tell me.
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
Guards here to protect you.
Sure.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me in my emerald.
Unless the guards will protect me, unless I'm the one that's stabbing people.
Feel free to call me Jack.
I'm not sure they're human. Honestly, I think they might have been a monster. Like something. Are there monsters here? I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like they're wearing. Feels like something's wrong.
They're still at it, huh?
You didn't get that energy.
There are some demons, there's some umbrals, there's some zombies, skeletons, orcs, dwarves.
Oh yeah, he did not tell me very much about umbrals.
Kill the monster. As long as they didn't hurt anybody, I think they'll be fine when comes by.
What the?
I don't believe they're a monster. I think actually they're fine, but, you know.
Maybe they're fine. But they could also be like a man-eating monster. I'll keep my mind to it without looking at them, because apparently that's an issue.
That sounds agreeable to the terms just suggested. So, I guess do that away.
On the other hand, I just won't think about it anymore. I'm wiping them from my memory. Look, there's a fight going on.
That was quick. Yeah, this is the Trisyra. I'm sure you're already acquainted, but everybody just comes here to fight and, spar.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's actually rather casual, because it happens here a lot.
I know. I was. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, have you already been given a tour to Redwall? Like, seen about the sites and been here, there, and the other?
Oh, bad, man. I can't fucking win a fight. Alright.
Actually, where are you from? Let me ask.
I'm from somewhere else that isn't here. I'm very new. It's a lot more mundane where I'm from. Well, I can't really say that. I guess it's not that mundane. I used to have this really cool thing that I would keep in my pocket or in my pants, but now it's turned into a stick, and I don't know what to do with it. I think it might be used for magic.
That seems like a wand to me, so I would say it's probably a magic thing. You should talk to the Archmage, or play in the Wizards Guild.
Yeah.
Maybe they can teach you.
I need to learn magic.
You can do your lots. I know that much.
If I don't learn anything from anyone else, I have some ideas about what I could learn from things I used to watch when I was a child.
To watch? Like, you know, like watching other people
Good day.
training and stuff?
Something like that.
Good day. Good day to you too.
Ellie,
Watching them fight too?
magic by doing hand gestures. Like that.
Well, I don't know about that.
Have you seen anyone use
I don't know about
magic
watching
by doing this?
Looking
I think I
at
might
the
learn to do
general
that. If I can't get
vicinity
anyone
of
else
what
to
the
teach
fuck
me
they're
anything,
doing.
that's the route I'm gonna go.
What the fuck they've been doing is fighting for, want to say like 10 or 20 minutes now? I'm kind of impressed with their stamina.
I don't know if that's more fighting and more or less longer than you, kind of sort of piss fight.
I'll call it.
That could be
It's a
true.
real jutsu. It'll be my new way of magic.
It's more of a pissy fight more than an actual real fight.
Yeah, true. I would have to,
Maybe
I wonder if I
actually.
can make that work.
considering they're still wearing their gauntlets and throwing punches.
Yeah, they went
Hello?
like this, and they shouted
Oh
a
yeah,
phrase.
they like to fist fight occasionally.
Yeah, they shouted a phrase. And
I
then
was
magic.
just gonna say, are they holding their punches? Because I'd have to assume with the gauntlets on, they couldn't. That would hurt quite a bit.
Well, there's your answer.
Oh well, one's down.
Well, that didn't take long. Okay.
So it seems like that's kind of a lot to, you know, do a
Nope, nope, nope.
I had a
You
See, I would duel with the recruits more, but last time I dueled with him, I accidentally, like, gave him a major gash in his side.
I want to
so
be able to.
I don't do that
take
anymore.
this, and I want to.
Oh yeah. I was with Garrick a few days ago with the
That is fair.
the whole City of
Like,
the
I
Sun
wanna
thing,
shout, like, fireball.
and he
Mhm.
got like
Have a
mind
fireball
control,
come out.
and got the captain,
Yeah.
captain of that group.
Speaking
Maybe I could shoot a
of,
beam out.
you know the green man that I told you to keep an eye on?
No, I have to figure it out.
He was,
But from what I'm
he left,
hearing,
but he was
it sounds like it's just painful if you get it wrong, and that tells me that you can grow a tolerance to it.
and take it away from him. In doing so, there's a barrier that prevents me, but now I have a feeling I wasn't subtle enough, and it may have noticed me too.
Sure, but I really think that I can just learn them all.
You mean whatever is controlling them is still there?
I do want someone to keep an eye on me, is what I'm saying.
Whatever's rattling in his mind is still there, eating at him. Is that what you're saying?
There's something in there that was controlling him or clouding his judgment. I tried to remove it, but my limitations in magic did not prove successful. I am charging you all with watching my behavior and ensuring that if anything does happen to me, that you will inform the rest of the guard of this. For now, do not. If anything does happen, inform the rest of the guard of the situation and try your best to bring me back to my senses.
I don't think so.
If needed, I found that
He says he doesn't know his affinity, so
I have a strong sense of family and connection. So, if I am to be mind controlled, it's not the first time my mind would have been
Have I
fucked
won
with.
it?
Try mentioning my family back at home,
No.
or my mother. Yes, the cardinal.
Damn, but we're not mages, sir. Last time Garrick
Your
needed a
words will be
mage.
enough.
You know, saying you should go see the archmage.
Trust me.
Well, you are.
I have a strong mind and a strong body.
Be able to help.
No, I think I
You're
can
general
figure it
for a
out.
reason.
It's okay. I don't need a trouble.
I'll be in all of your care.
I feel strong enough to handle whatever it is that I try to learn.
As we are with you, sir.
Well, you also don't want to hurt yourself.
Of course we will. We always do.
Anything that could be irreparable if you don't have that
If worst
affinity
comes to
besides
worst, get the
too hard.
Archmage. If that's not available, get Dragon Man. If he's not available, then
Oh,
if
what
the
can I do?
worst case scenario happens,
I know
search
nothing.
for
My face
a
hurts.
band called Califrax.
It looks like it hurts.
Bloody is what you are.
What? I guess what's
I don't even know how it
So
You
yeah,
should be an Aether.
pretty beat up. Yeah, we both went at it.
Yeah, bloody
saw you two
nose.
going at
A
it.
lot of bruises in your face.
Both you guys are pretty beat
I
up.
So is this
thought
guy.
I would
Something
win
else in
one.
my pants, but when I
That's
tried to
bloody.
pull it out,
I'm
I found
still-
this wooden stick up
I'm
there.
still trying.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
turns.
let me
I started when I won. This is my third fight I ever won. It was only like today. I started winning fights. Let's go.
Nah.
I could take you both on while
I'm
dual
healing
wielding
you.
spears if you want.
Fuck off right now, Kai. Fuck off right now. We just got out. No, you get in. No, we're doing. Are we doing this? Oh, we're doing this. We're doing this, I guess.
If it
I got you by your collar. Come here. We're doing this, I guess. Right now. Right now.
You're injured. This would be unfair.
No, I like to see the captain go strut stuff.
Are we fist fighting? Are we weapon fighting?
Wait, this guy's a fucking medic. Jack's a medic. I've seen him talk to Judas Guild people.
I think I got myself in over my head.
Stand by, you really need to stand by.
As far as anything to go by.
Wow.
Who knows what
Oh, this match still wins.
I'll do my best not to injure you
Do you have
again.
any lubricant for my stick?
always ask for
No, not really. I don't really
It'll
have.
also be a great opportunity for you
said
to
only
work
for
with
me.
teamwork.
Heal you.
I think
He
there's
just
a lot of
ignored me.
camaraderie and a lot of
I guess he doesn't want to heal
a
him.
good bond between you two.
Maybe he didn't hear you.
Always ask for consent with me, because I'm probably gonna deny it. Sorry.
Also, I don't have as great as armor as you guys, so
Unless it's a healing potion.
blade, try and hit me with the
Long
blunted.
and thin.
Oh, if it's natural healing, anything magic healing, fuck that.
Wait, it's 2-on-1?
Spit on it. It's true.
Like, I would have put my money on the scrawny guy, but Not 2 against 1.
It's probably familiar because
That's okay.
you probably heard of a band of scouts hunting goblins somewhere.
Because I feel like we're gonna need someone
It's
for this
probably
one
my party.
I think we're gonna need a mediator.
Maybe a spit mage.
Yeah. Specifically for the mediator.
Alright.
Alright.
Jack, don't get your wings clipped, alright?
Roll one for him. Yeah.
Just canonically that Damien is super physically strong.
Oh yeah, fuck goblins.
Oh, hello.
I'm very
Trying to go a reputation of hunting them down with my party, but you know.
Just roll once for
us two.
There's nothing in there.
No,
Yeah.
we're both fighting, General. We're both fighting at the same time, so just roll for me and Kai. Me and
I don't know about that.
Here's what you do. Roll 1 die for me, roll 2 die, pick the higher result for them.
Oh, that's actually smart.
They
Yeah,
essentially have advantage.
that's better. Yeah, I got it. Yep. That's smart.
I don't think I can.
Oh yeah, fucking Nexus is what it is.
You all ready?
Oh, at least that's what I call. That's what I'm getting called. Or at least that's what, you know,
Wait for them just to start.
people are calling it. Yep. Yeah.
With an 8, you are very strong right now. To maintain both of them at once.
Let me think.
That's a +2.
Not sure. What is this?
But you try to attune to our light magic.
Worried
See
about
if it's
slicing through somebody again.
If anything, boys, you might want to put your helmets on.
Gotta get you both in my line of sight.
With a 15 from both of you, you guys are pushing back high.
How does this work? They're just eating the bush. Don't mind them. How does this work?
Alright.
We suppose if you use.
Oh, maybe two versus one is too much for the captain right now. He has been going through a lot.
Focus on the light.
Well, I guess you didn't do a 2v1 before, so this is different.
Perhaps if it grows a little.
Maybe so, but he
Oh,
still
yeah,
seems to be
maybe.
holding his own.
Oh, that is true.
It's neither then.
Still,
He's a
Oh.
fighter.
that
What do I
is
need to
true.
do?
Yes, they both are. Well, they all are. Oh, he's getting tired.
Hey, Eleanor. Roa suggests that you put your hand up to it and
Well.
try and focus.
Others would
It is
call this
nothing in there.
unorganized, but
It is
that's
simply
Okay.
we're still
Others would call us bastard assholes that are like the plague of the Redwall, whatever the fuck.
I don't think it's
I don't really
changing.
give a shit about that.
I think it's staying the same, or relatively.
I'm sorry, I'm just calling it as I sees it. I hear stories all the
If
time.
it is not changing at all, then
You know,
either you are not
I am kind of a scout somewhat.
this effect of water. There is a chance
Yeah,
that.
by the way, my name is Rook. If
nice to meet you. You agree?
Maybe. We'd be lucky.
Like to call me that instead. Because
Green.
Right.
somewhat gets confused.
Well, thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Nice to meet you, Green.
Hey.
Don't worry, I don't get confused that much.
We cannot test for any other.
Kai Jackson and other people that I have not met. Like Green.
A higher mage who can tell you your affinity.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with names.
Keep that in mind.
Sometimes I think it's because I'm not speaking loud enough.
Ah, you're fine. You're good, mate. Oh, Wayne. Yep, I know. I'm good with names. I remember
How's
that
it
guy.
going, Elizabeth?
Fought with him in the Redwall guard when Redwall was
I
under
remember
attack.
you told me that was your name.
Almost got stabbed
That'd
to
be
death.
silly.
Wait, Eleanor.
With a Minotaur horn.
That's just short
That's
for
fucked.
Elizabeth.
I would not recommend that.
I guess memory is on your side. Mine isn't.
Sorry.
I think I still gotta
Oh yeah.
learn some.
Yeah, and
names.
also fought with Wayne a lot. Actually, I fought with him a
Yeah.
lot. I fought with him at the.
I think.
I fought with you. Oh shit! Slide.
There's
I
this
fought
new
with
girl.
you at the,
I assume she's new. She just moved
City of
in
the
with
Sun.
the guard captain. I think she has.
Yeah, he's a good
Go ask
fighter. He's a
her.
good man. Got my back.
Oh no. I don't know if she's to be bothered.
We both went there.
Wayne's a trustworthy fella. He is.
Doesn't seem to like certain particular persons.
Maybe let's not talk about the umbos.
And
But a good man, this guy is.
I too.
Go on my back.
Becoming weaker.
Good to see that
Guy,
you do
this might
have
be
a
your
skilled
chance
fighters
to...
in
I don't know if
Why does it have a weapon?
Well, lose the guard, I guess.
Oh no.
Can't be a guard if you're no good. Look,
I'm gonna go.
you sword.
Okay. I think I'm
Hey
probably
guys,
the only one who hasn't seen
really quick.
combat experience.
There's a rat dragging a big mace. I think he's going around asking for gold. I don't know if he plans to do anything with that mace. But that seems a little
He
concerning.
just told him about a lady, and I think it's gonna go attack a lady.
I'm a little concerned, yeah.
We better go check that out.
Well, interesting.
I think someone's trying to kill someone else.
Okay, no, that needs to stop.
It's fine.
No.
I'm not sure it would be fine if that
not
mace
responsible
finds
for
in a
this.
head. Why do you think you're responsible?
I'm not I don't know. No reason.
Well, I mean, there
I'm
is-
just
I
stating
mean-
I'm not.
Okay, so
I mean, if a guy says, I'm not responsible immediately, I mean...
I just wanted to make it clear that I'm not responsible for this.
I mean... Oh. Did you suggest something to him? Or them?
No, why would I do that?
Like, what did you
He was
say?
just asking us for gold, and I was like, hey. And then he left.
Oh my goodness.
You just said, hey, and then he just left. You
Crazy
didn't...
times. Yeah, well,
Didn't-
there were other words too. Obviously, but that's how the language works. I'm gonna go make sure that they're not dead.
Who is that guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'll need to keep an eye on him. He seems trouble.
Well, the person that walked by was the person he quote unquote talked about, so it might be fine.
Hopefully. But like I said, if you're immediately saying I'm not responsible before anyone's ever said anything, kind of suspicious.
Just a little. Just a little bit.
By the way, I'm Triss. I'm kind of new around here.
I'm Ash. I've been here for a bit. Not long, though.
How long?
Around Redwall, I think it's been a week or two.
Okay,
But
well...
mostly Aether. I think it's been like a month.
Well, you've been around longer than I have. This is my first time in Redwall, and I just showed up in Aether coming over here during the festival, so I've been here like a total of 2 days.
Yeah, just be glad you weren't here when the Umbrals were invading.
Yeah, I've heard that mentioned. Like, the description I got about an Umbral is they suck up magic and they shoot it out, and apparently, I wanted to ask more questions, and then he brought up, that there was a big fish that got killed by another big fish, and then the big fish got away and might come back. So I kind of got distracted by that, so I never... But the Umbrals kind of seem...
a few days ago over there.
But,
I don't know much about that.
The Umbrals and him mentioning a war seems... the big fish may never come back, or it may. It's just a fish. You just slice it and you have a big fish fry. But these Umbrals kind of seem like kind of a bigger threat. What's up with these Umbrals?
They're essentially like rock. They're made out of rock, but they have a core that if you destroy, they essentially just fall into dust.
Okay. So...
Other than that, they essentially want to... I don't know exactly. They want to do something. They have an agenda, but I have no idea what.
So they're more than just mindless beasts. They seem to have thought and strategy, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, since they are...
It's all fun until you get picked up by the throat and pinned against something for 4 times in a row.
That sounds very painful, actually, especially considering they're rock, and if they're smashing you against something hard, you're essentially in a rock and a hard place.
But,
Excuse the pun. So...
that's fine.
Since they're rock, I'm assuming, stabbing them doesn't necessarily work. Do they have any weaknesses?
Well, as I said, they essentially have a core that's pretty much visible that you can just destroy and they'll fall apart.
Well,
there's also weak points between their limbs. They are tethered to something, like they would be bone or something, but magical. Or some sort of magic, I don't know what it is.
Magic is always weird.
Might be the opposite of magic, to be honest, consider they want to consume it. Whatever that would be.
Well, they might need to sustain it. Maybe it is magic, but they need to consume magic to sustain their magical bodies, maybe. But that's just a theory.
Oh.
I'm very stupid when it comes to magic.
The one person that knows a lot about it says whoever looks into information about them or something along the lines, they always go insane. So you want to be careful if you ever want to look into stuff.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. Who is this person that's saying that?
In Aether, he is the guild master for the Mages Guild. If I remember correctly, Calithax?
Calithax. Okay. I'll keep that in mind, and I appreciate the warning. I won't dig into it too deep, but I would like to know at least if I'm going to live here, which I don't really have any other places to go. If there's a war and they...
So far, it's been a few days, and I haven't, a few days, but I haven't heard anything about Umbrals, so could have been dealt with, hopefully.
Well, that would be good to know. Yeah, I would like confirmation of that at least. Not that I, can't really... It sounds like this is not something that you can just stab and make go away. So, and, that's all I really have on me as far as defense, so...
You can stab at them. It's just there's different kinds of them, if that makes sense.
It does. There's all sorts of different creatures. I've definitely been experiencing that since I came here.
You have one that's about our height, then one that's about another few feet taller. Then you have very tall ones. And then you have ones that are just built like a mountain.
Well,
and then you have the Rift Weavers, which essentially brings the other ones.
That's also good to know. So they would need to be taken out first. That's good to know. Any other threats? These umbrals, fish, anything else that tends to attack this place that I need to worry about? Or at least be mindful of?
Apparently beastmen were working with the umbrals, or they were being controlled.
He mentioned that there was also a war, but he didn't connect the two. So the beastmen were working with the umbral, or just...
Oh no, it was wave after beast. It was 2 or 3 waves of beastmen, and then just a bunch of umbrals.
That's unfortunate. I've traveled a lot, and I've met a lot of beastmen that's helped. And I've actually ran into, some that seemed I ran into a bunny that gave me free apples. So, I can't really consider them because that's the first time I've ever gotten free food.
Yeah, it's even worse when you think about we actually did lose Redwall for a night. We had to fall back to England top.
So this place got taken over?
Yeah, and it was weird the next day.
How long ago was that?
time's a bit weird. Honestly, it might have been a week.
I am kind of surprised. I don't see any signs. There's no trees that have fallen.
The thing is, of course, there was the initial fight. Many things got damaged and everything, but then when we came back out, everything was fixed, everything was repaired, and there was beastmen just all over the town. And everything just seemed normal. The weirdest part about it all, the beastmen were acting like people that were around here.
So everything was repaired. The more info I get, the more questions I end up having.
Yeah, no, it was a very weird time. Especially when you come out of a place thinking that you're gonna have to fight for your life just to take back a town, then all of a sudden it's calm.
I can only imagine, like, how...
There was also a few beastmen in that house over there, but definitely not one person went in and butchered them all thinking that the war was still happening, or when we thought the battle was still happening.
Just out of curiosity.
Butchered innocents.
So, just out of curiosity, who is this person?
He's an okay guy. It's just, info wasn't relayed until it was too late.
So there's the
I would
rat.
have done the same thing. Yeah, I don't know what their deal is.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. When I tapped into Omen.
Well, maybe he didn't. He doesn't seem to have a mace out, so maybe.
He had one before.
Oh, he must have put it away. Maybe he didn't actually intend to.
I think it was a flail.
Oh. He seems to be way behaved at the moment anyway, so.
Plus, apparently there is protection around here, like a Aether, so there is that.
Well.
If worst comes to worst.
There's protection in the sense that most people seem to train. Like, in Aether, I got the impression that most people were, not necessarily defenseless, but they were not mostly fighters, if that makes sense. You know, craftsmen, sellers, that kind of thing, merchants. Here, it seems like...
about more along the lines of if someone tries to inflict harm upon another, they get teleported back to the Nexus.
Oh, okay. So, hypothetically, if someone were to try to rob someone and then, like, smack them or something, they just would get teleported back just out of nowhere?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. That's actually very good to know. I appreciate that.
Unless you get consent of the other person to inflict harm or do something, you'll just get yeeted back.
So I'm assuming, that's, you probably have to, with these duels, you're just like, yeah, it's okay if I get beat up during a duel or a sparring.
Pretty much. You give each other consent and then you just go at it.
Because I was about to say, why would someone just like, yeah, hurt me, that's cool. But, I guess that would make sense given that people duel. But that's more of what I meant is, I didn't know about that, but at the same time, well, wait. So, if the Nexus prevents that from happening, did someone disable the Nexus or something when that whole Beastman thing?
Pretty much, it's something else. That's a whole conversation I also really couldn't answer. But when we fled, we had to turn off the Nexus so the Umbrals didn't get into it. Because if the Nexus was on, then the Umbrals could literally spread anywhere that the Nexus connects to.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
That's... Hello, good day. Is the strange man messing with you?
Oh, look, he's running away at rapid pace.
Wow.
I bet he has money and is hiding it from you. He has it coming.
Well, fair. Like, okay, so did he actually, like, I think you were, like, talking with them. Did he actually say something that made him...
I overheard him say something to him that it potentially pointed them at a person.
Okay, yeah, then I consider you fully justified, and I will keep my mouth shut if anyone...
The good news is the person that he made him go after, or the rat go after, was walking by that way a bit before or after. So that's good. And considering that they're not chained up, probably fine.
Yeah, and again, it doesn't sound like he would get hurt too bad with this whole Nexus thing that you talked about. So
yeah, I'm not even sure if it's exactly the Nexus or if it's something else in here.
For simplicity's sake, I'm just gonna say Nexus. Like, wizard, magic, unicorn, whatever it is.
Magic's weird.
Magic's weird. I never trusted it. Came here on a regular ship. I did not. I came through the portal thing. As much as I don't necessarily trust magic, I don't trust the Magitech or Aether Tech or whatever tech. I don't, as much as I don't really trust magic, I don't trust any of that noise either. Seems like it's adding, you're adding magic, which I don't necessarily always trust in the first place, and adding this tech stuff, which I don't always trust.
Well, that's pretty much what this is on my back, but it keeps me safe. Although it really sucks when it jams.
I didn't want to say anything, but I was curious about what kind of thing that was. Is that like some kind of like some kind of longbow in some way or something? Like, I don't see strings on it, but
it's pretty much like that. Essentially, it allows me to shoot things from far away without just pulling a simple trigger.
Okay.
Better way to describe it's like a hand crossbow, but big.
Okay, fair enough.
And its range is very far.
I would imagine a weapon like that is pretty handful. I mean, pulls out dagger. I mean, this doesn't have much reach. I can't really get anyone at a distance with this thing, so...
Well, I can sympathize with... Ooh, wrong toggle.
Yep.
I can sympathize with you there.
Well, I mean, you have...
This is my only protection.
I mean...
melee.
Yeah, for melee. But, I mean... You get in close. I mean... You just have to go for the really important areas. You just got to know a little bit of anatomy.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. It's nice using your size as an advantage, but it also can be a burden if you get, I don't know, grabbed and thrown against the wall.
Yeah, that's why it's nice to come from angles where people can't see you. Stab for vital areas that kill quickly. But I would imagine that's a little hard. Even with these weak spots that you talked about, I would assume that's not necessarily easy with something that's made out of rock and might be huge.
If worse comes to worse, I always go for the legs, makes them slower, and also easier for other people to get attacks on.
True. And I'm sure by other people getting the legs, that gives you an opportunity to shoot from afar, taking them out.
Well, another thing I've seen that actually works decently, if you blow their head clean off, they also crumble to the ground. But I think if you really do that to anything, it'll happen.
Yeah, I think pretty much anything that has a head, you take it out, it kind of takes the whole thing out.
Although I have seen a person walking around without one, I don't know how that's gonna work.
That's why I kind of I with everything that's around here and everything I've seen so far, I didn't want to rule out that something may not have a head. So, to be fair, anything that has a head can be taken out pretty quickly. If it doesn't have a head, then I don't know.
Go for the limbs.
I'm sure I'm going to have to relearn some of my combat techniques. Most of them are just for, elves, goblins, orcs, normal kind of, I don't want to say normal, but, humanoid kind of people. Doesn't necessarily work with some of the more fantastical people around here, necessarily. Like, that person right there, he seems to be based off of some, can't really tell what he is, but, some creatures like that, you cut off a tail and it regrows. For all you know, I could cut his head off and it regrows. Wouldn't surprise me around here.
Never a dull day in Redwall, folks.
Yeah. It's pretty quiet compared to the festival that I was at yesterday, so I've got that going for it. By the way, is there any... This seems a lot more of a quieter, despite everything that you've told me. Seems like... And plus, no threat of this place falling from the sky. So, like I've been told with... That may happen with Aether, with the,
Yeah.
That was a fun introduction. I talked to Artemides. He tells me, just matter-of-factly, there's a crystal in the center of town. That's what keeps this place up, and if it goes down, we all fall to our deaths. Okay, it seems like a kind of a urgent thing. Sounds like they're doing things about it, but at the same time...
And that's the other reason why Umbral getting there would be very, very bad.
Someone attacks me, there's ways I can do it. Even with plate, there's usually weak spots where there have to be openings for them to be able to move. Places where you can just dig in. Kind of the things that you learn when you scout and you get caught. Not necessarily anything I can do to grab, save myself if I just start falling from the sky. So is there any...
Well, apparently there are people that know spells about that, but...
Yeah,
if you're lucky and have one around.
Yeah. This seems like solid ground. Like, this isn't going anywhere from all I know, so... But is there any...
Plus, there's a really calming ocean.
Yeah, that is nice. And plus, it's another escape route. Well, you hear about giant creatures. I mean, this giant fish, of course, but you travel... there's a kraken, or there's a giant squid. There's a giant shark. You just...
No, there's a giant, 400-foot long worm, or 4,000-foot long worm, and it's a god gonna kill everyone.
That's a new one on me. If that's... Is that just something you're making up, or is that another thing that's happened here?
It's a legend It's a legend from where I'm from.
Yeah, fair enough, but... Most of the things here I thought were legends, and then I see them, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, no, I just assumed coming here that 99% of the things are probably real. Somewhere.
Is there I know in Aether, Artemis told me about there being a bunkhouse that you can stay at. Is there any place like that here in Redwall?
Honestly, I don't know. All I know is I just slept in trees.
Yeah.
Most comfortable thing I could think of.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. It's not like I slept outside traveling anyway. An occasional bed would be nice. Hopefully there's a bathhouse here, or I can just bathe in the ocean.
It's even worse when you're not used to sleeping, and then you come here and How does one go to sleep?
Yeah. I sleep fairly well, but, you know, I'm a light sleeper. But I don't think that's too much of an issue. Like I said, this is a fairly quiet place.
Yeah. Other than canon, you might have to be careful about that. But that's another subject.
Wait, what?
Do you know what a cannon is?
Well, I mean, cannons on ships where, they shoot at other ships.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah. There's someone that has a weapon that essentially is a handheld version of that. Not a small one, but like an actual two-handed, and they can shoot it.
Well, I mean, those are just like flintlocks, right? Just like, they're smaller balls, size of peas usually. Oh, you're talking about
I think it's an actual cannon, like taken off a ship that she just walks around with.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't even question these things anymore. That's the most reasonable thing that I've heard so far. It just seems like they're probably like a strong orc or something. Because I would imagine otherwise they just like shoot it and go.
Oh no, they take the whole like recoil from it like it's nothing.
Oh, so they do fly through the sky. Okay, that's good to know.
No, they don't.
Well, not
Feet
through the
firmly
sky.
on the ground.
Oh, okay. So when you say
they might slide a bit, but other than that.
Oh, so when you say they take the recoil, they shoot and just go.
They literally take it.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Okay, so they don't even move. Okay, good to know. Like, so they're probably tall, hugely built, muscles for days.
There's also back to the umbral thing. There are three umbral warforges, but they're not. It's weird. They have their own agendas. They think on their own. But if they see an umbral, they will rip it apart and eat it. So they're okay.
Come on. Sure, come on.
Well, the one rips and apart and eat it. The other two were new, and I haven't really seen much about them. What's going on?
I don't know. I just figured not to mess with the pink one. He was glowing blue and punching. I imagine he knows magic, so probably best not to. Whatever that is, if the guards are going, they're probably doing trying to clean up some mess or something or another.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing the intel with me. I'm going to take a little bit more looking around.
Yeah. It's a pretty nice place. Just be careful not to fall off the cliff. There is literally nothing that will save you. You will fall and possibly break your legs.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Healers to help you.
I would definitely imagine that would be. I mean, with some of the people, there probably are some people that can fall and take it, like your cannonball lady. But yeah, I for sure, I'm not magical. Like, I'm very quick, but I'm not strong. So yeah, I would probably die. I would probably fall and
Just don't land on your head, just land on your legs. The worst case scenario, you break your legs and you can get them healed.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you land on your neck and die.
Yeah. I don't know.
There are a few necromancers around apparently, then
Ugh. I don't know you well, but if I die, please make sure a necromancer doesn't touch me. Like I don't want to do that. That just creeps me out. The fact that, I'm finally, moving on, maybe going to a better place and then getting dragged down here. Yeah. Especially with all the monsters.
I know how that feels considering essentially how my people work, or guardians, I guess is a better way to describe it, is essentially we're dead people that were brought back to life and don't remember our past lives. I don't even know what race I am. I just know I have ears and a tail.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you look really nice for a dead person.
Something about our ghosts keeping us. They essentially look like what we did when we died. But
Something
minus all the
magic.
blood and death. Space magic, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks for giving me the info. I'm going to take a look around. I hope to see you around more.
Yeah, no problem.
We just assume they retired.
Well, she seems kind of pissed about things. So I have more information about the Umbrals. And I at least know how to deal with them. I won't dig into it much. The fuck? Okay. Yeah, none of my business. Okay, there's a really strange door here. I'm going to make a mental note of that door. Treasures, money, cash. Would be good to know if I need to take off. If I need to take off, and would be nice to leave with more than 9 silver. Good day. Oh. Great, now I'm just a rude asshole. Wonder if there's anyone. Nope. Oh. Well, good to know that that's a shortcut. Good day. Yeah, whatever that is. It's none of my business. Kind of surprised there's no... Yeah, maybe I'll just step back slightly from the edge. Take, just a respectful look. Definitely a good spying point, but I can't seem to hear anybody. Well, looks like they finally got the rat. Guess he was just causing trouble. So much for that Nexus thing. Good spying point to see people, but unfortunately no way to at all hear anybody in eavesdrop, which is very annoying. Not my problem.
And I call for one. Well, I think he's having that
Excuse
moment
me?
up there. Yeah.
One's coming.
Oh, there he is.
Well, it'll be good to know what the hell is going on with the rat.